All right, guys, well, I'm back today with some Amazon fixed blade knife deals, and all of these are going to be right under $30. There may be one I'm cheating on with $1 more. Now, a lot of these are actually going to be sub $20, featuring really good materials like D2 steel and G10, as well as Kydex and nylon sheaths. And we're going to be digging through all of these deals and some of the lowest prices they have ever been, and there's some pretty good options. The first one I want to start with is actually a Lynx Gear fixed blade knife with D2 steel and a skeletonized G10 handle, but it's still a full tang design. Now, that blade profile on this guy is really nice, and I love this as kind of a survival knife application, a skinning knife application, or an EDC or defensive fixed blade knife. It's really a good smaller jack of all trades fixed blade knife. Ultra lightweight, so if you're utilizing this as a hunting knife or a backpacking knife, it's not going to weigh a ton, but since it's still a full tang design, it's going to be incredibly robust. The G10 handles are really grippy, and this has some of the nicest back jimping I've ever felt on a knife before. You can also really choke up on this knife for fine kindling work, or if you're skinning an animal and you get, something on your hands, it won't be slippery if you're grabbing it up here and pulling down. Also, if you're opening Amazon packages, you can choke up on here, cut that open. There's a wide list of possibilities with this Lynx Gear knife, especially with the really nice Kydex sheath. The other cool thing about this sheath is it's got spots to lash it on a backpack. It's got the smaller clip if you wanted to put this on a budget battle belt or even drop this into a mag pouch to run on a plate carrier. Now, these launched when they originally came from Lynx Gear at $35.99, and I really feel like they're worth that price, especially with the D2 and G10 handles. Then they dropped the price down to $28.79, so a really good sub $30 knife. But then from there, on all three color variations, the orange, the green, and the black, they dropped 41% off the $28 price, dropping the price to the cheapest I've ever seen, and I think the cheapest they'll ever be, right at $16.99. This knife alone made me want to do this video because this is too good of a deal to pass up. Again, ultra lightweight, really durable, razor sharp out of the box, and an awesome sheath. Hard to pass up for $17. Probably one of the best value, lightweight, smaller size fixed blades I've ever seen on Amazon. It's a really good deal right now. Speaking of great value, this is the Kaiser-Groom fixed blade knife, and it comes with this Kydex sheath with a smaller clip as well. Now, this one actually comes with the hardware and necklace attachments for a neck knife. This one is also pretty cool because it's got a very slim full tank profile with a minimalist design. It also has nice jimping on there, and this one features a D2 blade in blue denim micarta. These actually list at about $46, and Kaiser is known for their more premium knives when it comes to this category, but this one's ultra lightweight, super usable, and super comfortable, especially as a more discreet knife or neck knife. They dropped the price to $28.50, and I purchased one, and I'm really happy with it. Now, if you want a full opinion of this, you can watch some of the more detailed videos, but then on top of that, they did this really awesome clickable code on the Amazon link to drop the price of this knife to $23.50. Again, we are getting some insane values on fixed blade knives today, and that's why I did the video on the main channel. I already filled my video slot on the gear channel today for knives, and I didn't want to overwhelm that, so you guys are getting the advantage on the main channel of seeing a fixed blade knife deal video that I would normally post on the gear channel. If you're not familiar with my 704 gear channel, I review knives, flashlights, and things like that over there. The next one I want to review is the Spitzkonte, and they just call this the Tactical Fixed Blade 8-inch Survival Knife. Now, this one has 30 reviews on Amazon at 4.6 stars, and these generally sell for $34. Now, I originally purchased one myself. Spitzkonte saw the video and sent me a few over, but D2 Steel, really beautiful textured G10 handles. They've done an amazing job. They've got the black G10, and then they've got the white and black G10 that you see here. Razor sharp out of the box. You can really lock in on these knives, and it almost comes with like that finger guard that swoops up right there, or you can reverse grip that and kind of cap off at the top. It's really nice as well. I do want to show you one of the satin finishes on this guy right here, still in D2. Really awesome knife with the sheath and the smaller clip. They've got a clickable 10% off code on the Amazon link. Stick around to the end. I get a lot of questions about guys not understanding how to use the Amazon link, so I'm going to explain that at the end of this video. But the next deal I want to talk about is another budget banger. This is another Lynx Gear fixed blade knife, and this is going to be more of a robust knife than this guy right here. Not necessarily for like ultralight backpacking, but still a full tang design, contoured G10 handles, D2 steel, sharp out of the box, but this one features just a nylon sheath. Now, I personally like the Kydex sheaths a little bit better, but to throw in your belt, this is not bad, or really to throw this in like a bug out bag, a car bag, a survival bag. It's really flexible, lightweight. It'll squish down a little bit better than a Kydex sheath will, and this one has the lanyard hole on the back. Now, these generally sell for about $20. They drop the price to $18. Then on top of that, these are the lowest price they've been in 30 days at 11% off at $15.99. So a really good knife again, $15.99 for D2 and D2 steel and G10 handles. The other Lynx Gear knife that I want to talk about is a slightly larger knife, same style nylon sheath, but if you want something a little bit bigger, these launched at $28. You can actually lock into these knives with those 2-finger grooves a little bit better for larger survival applications, maybe batoning wood, things like that. I've actually done a full review and in-field test of this particular knife with D2 and micarta handles. Now that is going to come in generally around $28. Again, lowest price in 30 days for all 5 of the color variations, and they're all going to be right at $19.99 or $20.99 depending on the color and model variation you select, making them right at $20. Now, I know there was a lot of different deals we talked about on camera, but there's a couple of bonus deals from Dragon Creek, a new company that looks like they're bringing in and selling Amazon knives from some other brands as well. They're just putting their names on them, and they're dramatically dropping the prices with some applicable codes, like a really awesome full tang G10 and D2 steel, kind of like massive Tonto machete style full tang beastly chopper. And they've got an $8 coupon on that guy. It drops to about $31.99. There's a few of those I'm going to bonus link in the description below if you want to check them out. And then a lot of guys are asking about the Amazon codes and how to use them. Well, first, if it's a clickable code, you'll be able to go right under the price and you'll see a coupon tab. You'll check the checkbox and that'll auto apply to your card. If it's got a redeemable code that you have to input, during the checkout process, you'll actually click more payment options, scroll to the bottom, and you'll see, do you have a bonus code or a discount code? You can type that in and click apply. If it turns green, it means it took. Fairly simple process, but I figured I'd explain it to you. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what you guys are going to snag, if anything, out of this video. And again, probably the best value I've seen on a D2 fixed blade lightweight camping knife is sitting right here with the Lynx Gear for, again, sub $20, right at $16. Gonna be hard to beat. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.